Hello! Oh no, you're not Ryan.
What is happening?
You and me are switched. There we
I'm doing great,
go.
sweetie.
Hi.
Hey,
This is the Adventure
hello!
Archive. I'm Ryan.
This is the Adventure Archive. I'm also Ryan. Hey, Papa Jedi, thank you so much for the resub. How's it going? 10 months. That is a very overdue baby. Appreciate you being here. And Jables! The gay of Jables always leads to Poop Island. Thank you also for the resub, Jesse. How's it going? How's it going, everybody? Good morning.
Can you
Good
have
evening.
a baby that's 10 months? Is that a thing?
I mean, it comes out like
Steph
fully
is very
formed.
concerned.
Yeah, with a bunch of stuff. And thank you for the follow, Critney Fears. How's it going? Thank you so much.
Hi, Brittany.
And the 100 biddies from Janelle. And she just got the 5K bit badge. I don't even remember who our 5K bit badge is. Is that beat 'em?
69% through a level 1 hype train. Just saying.
Nice. Good job,
69.
everybody.
Nice.
No more. Let it just be 69 for 4.5 minutes. But hello, good morning, good evening, good day to all of you and out there and in here. We are going to be running part 2 of Archipelago. God damn it, Steph.
Get out of here,
And
Steph.
I think what we all realized pretty quickly when we got back on the Zoom call is, fuck, I don't remember shit from last time except for Poop Island. That's about it. So we're gonna try to recapture the magic of Archipelago Part 1 that brought us wonderful places like Byland Island and Sugar Volcano and the Deep Bay on Deep Bay. Just kind of see how it goes and what the fuck we did. So I feel like somehow, even though the window is exactly the same, my window is a little bit off because we don't see all the blesks. So let me fix. Nope. The player map. Which one? Player frames, Destiny map, map frame. There it is. Okay, let me fix this real quick. And we'll keep on keeping on here. So, does anybody remember their player's name?
I do.
What is your
What's your
player's
full name?
name?
Yeah, what is it?
I am Maria de la Santa Cruz Rosalia Agnelia Rodriguez Coya Rene.
Bless you.
That's nice. Those are
And we
nice.
must call you by all of those names, yeah?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Steph, did you and Jables coordinate outfits and hair on purpose?
Always.
I mean, they've had the same hair for like 6 months.
Yeah. No, it's been longer than 6 months.
It was about a year ago that I went silver the first time, but I did go
Was it
I went
really?
a couple of different colors after
Yeah, that's
the-
true.
before going
And then
I
I,
love-
sent him all of the hair dyeing tutorials after the
It's true. Yep.
I love the silver hair on you guys. I wish I could pull that off. But
can.
alas,
Oh, you
I
could.
cannot. No, I couldn't.
You could. Shut the
I don't think work would be like super stoked on it. Why are you not just
Here's the thing. If you want work to be cool as silver, just go purple or green or blue, and then they'll appreciate silver.
That's not how it works.
That's how it worked for me.
Outrageous. Shit.
Honestly, if they give you shit, just say, I'm graying.
It's a natural
I
hair
just-
color.
Right.
It isn't it? I think that's the reason that my boss
Yeah.
ended up being like, what about silver?
Ah, ha ha ha. I figured out what's going on. Eventually we'll get going. Sorry, friends. I'm really tired this morning. This evening. Hey, it's
9
morning for
PM.
me, you fucks. There we go. Now the map looks good. So
Yay!
yes, Archipelago. Archipelago is a narrative-focused game. There is no dice rolling or anything like that. You basically take turns creating a world together, and then you create characters based on the world that you created together, and then you create destinies for each other, and then guide your characters towards those destinies. So all of the people in Archipelago are very important people within the world that you are playing, and you know what happens to them. and through play, you find out how it happens to them. And then the rules for the game are right above me for all the things you can do on your turn. And what you're supposed to do. You set the stage for the scene that you're playing. You move your player if necessary. You portray your character. You finish your scene. You can draw a fate card if you need to. And on anyone's turn, including your own, you can create or play a secondary character. You describe events and the environment. You can say try a different way, which just encourages people that, hey, that one you could do that a little bit better. You could say help, which is just basically like, I don't know. Someone give me a cool story bit. You can say harder. And that basically says just go harder, go deeper, like really embrace this thing that you're trying to do. Yeah, just get deep in there. Yeah.
Go hard.
Describe it in detail. Say that might not be quite so easy, or I'd like an interlude after that. And when you say things like that might not be quite so easy, you pull a resolution card and have someone else determine what happens with that. So once per game, basically, each character can pull a fate card, which causes a big change. And I know last time I believe it was Maria that pulled a fate card. And you
Got a storm.
Yeah, you got this character does something rash that causes trouble with the element you own. And that element, what was everyone's element? So Steph, you were geography.
No.
Yes. Yep.
Ian was tech. Yeah, Jesse, you were magic, and I think I was civilization.
Your culture.
Culture.
Yeah.
Culture, close
Yep.
enough.
Like the only thing I wrote down.
Yeah. So, oh yeah, let's. We already talked about Maria. So, Steph, what was your character name?
Lilu Dallas Multipass. No, I'm Bylan Lilu. I'm in charge of the organ harvesting efforts for Byland Island and make.
Specifically from Icy Hot?
Yes,
Okay.
because they sacrifice people
To the
to get
volcano.
magic back.
Yeah, they're trying to sacrifice people to the volcano to get magic back, but
Yeah.
you're kind of undermining their efforts by stealing their organs before they're sacrificed.
Right.
Yep.
Okay.
Well, there's a group on Icy Hot Island that does that, but then sells them to Bylan Lilu, who is the organ coordinator for Byland. Yep.
Yeah.
And then we have Jesse. Who is your character?
I'm Ajra. I am leading up the revolution against the anti-magic church,
Which is me.
which is
Yeah.
Maria. And yeah,
Fuck off, babe.
should we say our destinies?
Yeah, it's listed below you, so we'll read them off again when we're done with the thing. And my name is Tresner. I'm from the island of Blesk. And basically, I am one of the 9 Lords of Edge. 9 being the best, marked by 9 X's, 1 being the lowest. I believe I am the... I'm the 5th Lord of
The
Edge.
game at 7, now you're 5th.
Yeah, you beat me.
Yeah. I beat Steph, who was the 7th Lord of Edge, to allow me to leave Blesk. And Blesk is where there's like just a ton of magic, because we decided last time that as you may have heard earlier, the magic in this world is determined by eating other people's organs. It's cannibal based magic. So Blesk is like a very war-fraught region, clouded in perpetual night. This storm that is caused by this influx of just so much magic. But it's very dark, obviously, ruled by the Lords of Edge. And they war against other places like Poop Island to steal people and eat their organs. And use a lot of like death magic, like livers and stuff. So as I said before, we all have destinies, and my destiny as Tresner is to claim too much power, imploding the eternal lightning, ending all magic forever. So the eternal lightning surrounding Blesk. So this will happen. We just have to figure out how. Anhelra's destiny was to overthrow the anti-magic church on Epki, controlled by, or at least the Inquisition of which is led by Maria. Byland Lilo's is that the Icy Hot Island finds out. Byland Lilu finds out about Byland Lilu, the fact that she is taking their organs when they think that sacrificing themselves to Sugar Volcano on Icy Hot Island will bring back magic to their island, when literally they just have to eat each other. They find out and they execute her in the volcano, bringing her back to Icy Hot Island. Bringing back magic to Icy Hot Island until I destroy it forever. And Maria...
undermine me.
Yeah. And Maria finds out that her family is dying, and although she is the head of the Inquisition, the anti-magic church, she must use magic to save them. So,
I think what we had talked about was Ian's needs to be fulfilled before mine. Like right before mine. I think we were talking about using Ian's destiny to fulfill my destiny.
Mm-hmm.
And then Steph's can happen really anytime around there, but Ryan's has to be last.
Yeah, right.
Because if Ryan's happens too soon, then we're kind of fucked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do all the players need to have the 4-turn arc? Like, if I wanted to off myself by scene 3.
You could do that. You're just like, man, I don't want to play this game anymore. Can we just get this done and just let me die real quick? So no, the organs themselves are innately magic. Remember, we decided that each organ, by eating them, is a different kind of magic. So eating eyes is divination magic. We decided liver is necromancy. We decided the naughty bits.
Evocation.
Yeah, the naughty bits are like sex magic. Yeah. So kind of what happened last time through everyone's characters, Tresner battled, basically said to the other Lords of Edge, hey, I want to go out to the world, find more magic, and bring it back for everybody, but really just wants to be the Lord of Edge. And he had gone to... So he battled number 7 and became number 5. Remember? No, 5 and went to 7 because more X's for the Lords of Edge means higher. Yeah. So the leader is the 9th Lord of Edge that was played by... So I kicked Steph's ass because she was number 7, and then Jesse was number 9.
I need you to sound a little bit happier about that.
I'm the one that like walked up to 2 people and just put my hands
ripped their heart out,
ripped their hearts out, and offered them to you. Which
so then I beat up Steph's side character, ate both hearts, and the hearts were teleportation magic, and I teleported to Poop Island because I'm actually trying to find whoever this Byland Lilu person is, because I know that she's big in the organ magic trade, and I figure maybe if I touch base with her, I can get a bunch of organs or figure out a way to get more magic. Maybe swing that organ trade up towards Blesk and get a solid, consistent supply so we don't have to always battle on Poop Island. But I got to Poop Island, and it was really shitty, and I had to trek across through the mud and the shit and the marsh and all that crap. I tried to find a boat. I came to a small little town and raised basically all the dead around their town until someone would get me a boat. And then got on a boat heading towards Epki, trying to make my way to Byland. And I feel like that was the bulk of my arc. Mine was kind of like almost interlude-y compared to everyone's like sex magic and shit that they were doing and conspiracies. But then Anhelraz, I wrote for you Magic Viva la Revolucion on Epki. And I believe, if I remember correctly, you were getting in tight with, or making Byland Lilu, whose name I forget, who was your whore, have interludes.
Resident whore is what Steph put on her Zoom name.
So she was supposed to be seducing Maria's brother, Mario.
Right. Yeah, getting him to do lines of sex magic, the penis powder, right? Yeah.
Penis powder.
Yeah, what the fuck did we do? Like,
I don't fucking know.
What was that?
Ashamed, but also a little proud. But Steph was supposed to do that. She got him into the area, and that's whenever I ate eyeballs and saw into all of the cubicles that are there at this place of business.
But you also succeeded, I think, on a resolution card. There was another member of the church, because you're trying to, like, to overthrow the church and get Maria's brother involved. So you basically have a leg up or whatever. I remember you did a resolution card. I think it was one of the yes and. There was somebody watching Maria's brother, and you not only convinced the brother to join the cause, you convinced the other person. And we used all names from Fifth Element, so we'll just throw more of those out as we go. That was probably Ruby. Because I think
we talked about Mario potentially being the family member where magic has to be used to save.
Yes, no, I think that's the direction we were headed there. And I think somehow in your conspiracy with your sex magic or something, he becomes like in danger. His life becomes endangered. Wherever Maria is, there's a way to kind of let her know, because there's divination magic, so she doesn't have to be there. I think that's what you guys are thinking about, is potentially eating some eyes and showing Maria that the brother was in danger. So, and I think that's about as far as you got, if I remember correctly. You had got him, and and then Bylan Lilu, you had met with. Oh, I remember, because you had you were a secondary character in your own story. I believe it was Cornelius that
I think I may have been Cornelius.
I think you were.
I had a scene where I was receiving organs off the ship. I was being greedy.
Right. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you said the old organs are shitty, and they don't get as much money for old people organs. And that's when the people who were on Icy Hot Island. So basically, on Icy Hot Island, there's no magic, because they basically don't believe in this cannibalism, and the rest of the world just doesn't tell them. So they send people to Sugar Volcano.
There's no bossing say.
No. They send people to Sugar Volcano to throw themselves into the volcano to try to bring back magic, because why not? That's how culture works and shit. But there's a group of people led by Cornelius, who is played by Jesse, who capture them before they jump in the volcano, take all the important organs and chuck the body in, and then sell those organs to Bylan Lilu. Bylan Lilu was a greedy bitch about it. It made Cornelius think, and he had a number 2 who was also like, you know what, this shit's fucked up. And this bitch is a bitch. We should kill her or do something. And at the same time,
more like, is what we're doing right? Probably not. Like,
but then Bylan Lilu was just like counting her fucking money as like an interlude to her own scene. And that's where we were. But you guys decided to like make a big statement about it. You're like, we have to, like, what we've been doing is wrong. Ooh, nice. We have to do something about it. I don't think you had decided to kill her yet, but you had decided to do something about it. And then Maria, you had led an inquisition to Icy Hot Island, murdered a whole bunch of people, found a medic, because you were like, you guys use magic, and the medic was like, we literally don't even have magic. We don't. We sacrifice. Yeah, we sacrifice people on a volcano to get magic back, and you're like, well, then you're trying to get magic, you son of a bitch. And you're coming with us.
Dying soldier number 7.
Yes,
you are dying soldier number 7. Yeah,
that's right. All right.
And then you decided to head towards. You were like, basically, well, then where's magic? And they're like, well, the dwarves on the Isle of Bay, who are all bearded, men and women alike, they have a bunch of magic, and you told the medic, hey, then you're coming with me. But I believe you pulled a fate card right before the end.
Yep.
Some shit happened. It was geography. Steph said that all of the storms in the region are pulled towards Blesk because of this eternal storm over Blesk. And it blew you off course up into the Gay of Jables, and you landed on Deep Bay. And I think right at the end,
it blew you into the Gay of Jables.
Yeah.
I was gonna say.
And you landed on Deep Bay, and I think right at the very end, you only a couple of you actually ended up on shore because the ship crashed. And as you looked up, It was kind of that whole like beach scene, everything, but then there's like a hill over the top of it. A bunch of people had just like rolled up, like silhouetted against the sun as you guys are standing there on the beach, and that was the end of your thing, if I remember correctly.
Yep.
It was a hell of a summary. Proud of you.
I did not remember any of that until I started talking.
I remember.
Yeah.
Well, you guys were pretty.
We had one Long Island. Like we stopped drinking
I've
after
had
that.
like one drink.
Yeah.
I mean, this is
Okay.
like 5 ounces of liquor.
So who's up now, based on turns?
Ryan.
I think it's me. And again, like I feel like I have this like badass seeking for power edgelord, and I'm in a boat. I'm just chilling in like a rowboat.
You remember?
I just remembered Ryan's Presno voice. I'm very excited.
Oh God, I don't remember my Tresner voice.
Oh no!
Whoa, okay.
Oh come on!
I gotta look at the VOD.
It was very edgelord.
That was
Yeah,
good.
it was your ASMR edgelord voice.
Oh, was it something like
That's
this?
it.
Yes, okay.
Perfect. That's it.
I am Tresner.
That's a lot. Okay.
I will be the Lord of Edge. Yep, that sounds like Tresner. So I'm on a boat. And I believe technology said that the boat was like an outrigger canoe, basically. And there's just some guy in the boat with me whose name I don't remember, who basically was like, stop raising the dead in our shitty swamp. Because I raised the husband and son of like the lady that came out and was talking shit.
Right.
And then I told them to like drop yourself back down in like the marsh underneath her house. But like every couple hours or something, stand up and like pound on the bottom of her floor because all the houses are on stilts.
It's all in poop.
Yeah, because it's on Poop Island. So that's, and then I got on this outrigger boat with this guy. I lost a boot. No, then I made them give me a boot back. So I have one brown boot with my obviously fully black outfit, and I am very upset about it.
You're trekking through Poop Island. Like the lower half of your body is brown.
Yeah.
But I washed off in the water before we got in, but I had lost my
You just
boot.
need to wash that brown boot a little harder.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. I'm gonna get to Epke and find a goddamn black boot. My quest is literally finding a canoe and a boot at this point. But somehow I destroy all magic forever in whatever the world it is that we created here. Fucking hell. Okay, I don't remember the name of the canoe. I don't think it matters. We can just jump ahead a little bit. So again, with Archipelago, you set the stage and you set the story, but you are kind of the director. Everybody is characters, but everyone can be involved in creating that story. That's why there are these things above me that say that people can encourage you to try a different way or do things a little bit differently. Or if someone has a really cool idea that makes sense, you create the story together. It's not like I have to dictate the scene to everybody and everyone is just an actor in my narrative. We're all creating this joint narrative. So the boat ride basically goes relatively uneventfully from Poop Island to Epke. What does Epke stand for again?
The eerily perfectly circular island.
Yeah. There we go.
Aliens.
Oh wait, so I feel like I have a theme song. Let's try to remember which one it was. Is it this one?
I just had a thought.
Yeah.
Yes.
What if Bylan Lilu, since she has been getting the premium organs and has probably been ingesting them herself, has...
Ooh, I haven't established that yet.
Yeah,
Ooh.
I know. But what if she is like the key to fulfilling your destiny, Brian? Like, what if
No,
it's
I think-
like...
I was thinking that it would be, and I'm not magic, I'm technology, but I was thinking that people who have never used magic, their organs would be more powerful.
Oh, like
Ooh.
there's just more stuff in there.
Like
because
that nice
virgin organs.
That nice virgin organ. Ooh,
No, that's
there we
actually
go.
on brand with
Yeah.
the
Which is
sacrificial thing.
which is why Icy Hot Island has really nice organs, but it's also why Epke would have really nice organs.
Yeah. Well, so in my head, I think I was leaning towards some big thing happening with Bailan Lilu and the Icy Hot people, where potentially she had some like big shipment coming in from somewhere else, or was like crafting a big shipment to send to something, maybe like putting it all together to head out towards Bailand, like distributing it. But then the Icy Hot people snagged her, and when I went to go find her, I found this massive collection of organs that was basically like her next shipment for the entire island, and took that back to Blesk with me as this like huge thing. Or maybe it's like her personal collection of virgin organs or something. I had this just in my mind of potentially like finding her leftovers or finding her secret stash or finding some bit of it after she got like snatched up, and somehow redirecting that towards Blesk, or finding some special organ. Like maybe it's literally like an entire shipment of vestigial organs that some people don't even have anymore, or something like that are like super powerful. I guess we all have most of the vestigials.
Really, yeah, I think having both would be really neat. Just the vestigial, is that how you say it? Vestigial organs combined with virgin organs is a huge fucking stash. And then a dealer never uses their own stuff, right? So my organs would be virgin. A good dealer. I'm good, excuse you.
You are the organ coordinator for the entire, like the biggest island in here.
I don't know, use a bitch. You rolled it yourself, you know?
Yep.
This bitch
is a bitch. Yeah.
Changing my name to that. Can't stop me.
Changing your Zoom name to This Bitch is a Bitch?
Uh-huh.
But what will happen to Dying Soldier number 7?
And Resident Horror.
Too bad.
Sucks to suck. So that's I think that is a great direction to be heading in. So I think really, I feel like this adventure kind of feels like almost clusterfuckery the whole way, where everything is just like I lost a boot. I'm in a fucking boat. Like I'm supposed to be this like epic fucking edgelord, like eventually destroying magic and bringing it back to Blesk, who is like the war-torn magical island. And he's just like, everything is just going wrong, and he's just fucking up there, and basically stumbles across this massive shipment of vestigial and virgin organs, where I'm like, all right, finally, it all comes to fruition. And then as everyone else has these like epic destinies, like whatever happens, like I head back to Blesk with this thing that finally falls kind of into my lap, and then just destroys it all.
Wait. I think I have a way to tie in yours and Jesse's.
Okay.
I lost it. No, you... What if you both know about virgin organs, but that's how Jesse's character takes me to sacrifice me to bring magic back? That's your destiny, right?
You mean the secondary character Cornelius?
Secondary character?
Yeah, because that's your secondary character in your story. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think I meet Anhora. I don't think that I come in contact with the revolution. Don't think I would care anyway.
Yeah.
So I think as far as my story goes, I think I basically I know that the boat keeper told me that Epke is not a place if you're down with magic, and Blesk knows at least that. I mean, we know the general, like, I feel like Blesk, especially because it's more like warring and is like battling other people, knows a lot about what's going on between like Epke and Bailand and like the general stories of a lot of things. Especially because we probably have divination magic and really watch a lot of stuff. So I feel like I just like get in and out of Epke pretty quickly. I find a black, I don't find a black boot. I get into a different boat. I pay a little bit more, and I'm something slightly bigger than an outrigger canoe, and head towards Bailand. So geography wise, if I land on Bailand, what color? Oh, I was going to say what color am I? I'm obviously red. If I land on this region of Bailand here in the top right, what is going on geographically on Byland up there, like northeast of Lake Nephro.
Yeah, I know. What could be up there? On the
pretty much any biome you want.
Do you maybe have like?
That's
I was trying to think. Do you have like a secret dock or something like that? Do you have like a stash house? Do you have?
Do you want to just set up to have yourself find it on that area? So let's say that that part of the island is super fucking cold to preserve those.
Okay. All right.
Or do I keep it? Yeah, it could be underground in a really cold climate. Is the Great Drought where all the storms are?
No, it's Blesk.
That's
Blesk is where the storms are pulled. Yeah.
The Blesk.
Yeah, the Great Drought. I don't think we've developed it very much. It's just desert.
It's just sand.
Yeah, it's just sand.
I think the Great Drought is also kind of like polar, because it just goes to the corner of the map. So I feel like that's the top of the world.
Yeah.
Makes sense. It's a small planet.
I think north is actually like up left.
So it's unnaturally cold, that part of the island.
Okay. And it's underground. So let's set up a scene where I maybe heading down towards where you are, more towards like where Icy Hot and Lake Nephro meet. Maybe the water gets a little choppy, the boat's a little small, and we get kind of pushed off course, and land at some weird kind of rocky area. Myself, this new boatman. Would there be anybody else with me, do we think? Would it have been more of like a larger boat, so it could have been like almost like a large ferry, or do you think it would just be myself and the boatman?
I feel like it'd just be yourself and the boatman.
Okay. Who want?
Tiny little choppy boat. Is there any organ eating you could do to influence better travel?
Not likely if you're taking off from Epke.
Right. Yeah. Unless I have, and I ate a bunch of.
Does control weather.
No. Well, I know I ate a bunch of liver. I ate a bunch of my organs on Poop Island. I had battled there before, but we had created a beachhead on Poop Island. So I didn't realize the deeper you go into Poop Island, the shittier it gets. So I was unprepared trekking across Poop Island, and actually went through a lot of the organs that I had in my edge cloak. So I feel, and especially once I got to Epke, I couldn't find a bunch more. So I feel like I'm running low on a bunch of stuff, but my mission will continue. I will be the Lord of Edge. So yeah, I feel like we get pushed off course a little bit. We land in this really rocky area. It's myself and my boatman. Who wants to be the boatman?
I feel like I'm coming up later in the scene, so I will not volunteer as tribute.
Oh, L2, look at that.
Out.
Oh.
My ear was itchy.
Okay, you're the boatman.
I'm the boatman?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, that is a scene. We basically get pushed off course a little bit. We find this rocky area, and somehow this kind of like, as we're searching, find this like underground area. You know this is not the direction we were supposed to go, but this is kind of where we had to like quote unquote land because the water started getting choppy. Probably. You know why the water started getting choppy? That storm that was coming through goes over Epke. So when you on Holra start to do your next scene, Epke is just being hit by this massive storm that was pulled across from the Isle of Bay up towards Blesk. And that storm will impact your story next, but impacted us on the water and pushed us off course. So...
Oh, this storm is fucking everywhere.
Category 5 shitstorm.
Yeah, it's bad. It's bad.
Yeah.
So, as we land on the shore, basically, long story short, we end up finding some type of underground tunnel system that heads towards something. So, boatman, this is not where we're supposed to land.
No. We do not get weather like this.
You don't get storms here. We get storms all the time in Blesk. That makes no sense.
Well, no, we. So last 10 years, we get weather, but we don't have magic to push storms.
You fucking imbeciles on Ebki. Just use the damn magic, you fucking conquistadors. Eat an eye, for God's sakes.
No, I'm not part church. No.
No. Well, that's good at least. Do you know what direction we're supposed to go?
Yes, I see stars. I know which way we go.
Lead the way.
I'm having a really...
No, you're doing great, sweetie.
You're
doing great.
Yeah.
I lead the way.
Yeah. So what do you find, especially geography-wise, there seems to be some type of like incredibly rocky area. We didn't land in a good spot. The boat is probably at least partially damaged. And we're going over rocks and come across
I feel like the storm is so severe and it's bringing so much cold that like as the water is choppy because ice is forming.
Damn.
Okay. And the storm is so bad right now. We're having this conversation, but we are being just inundated. It is a fucking downpour. My cloak is rippling. You're soaking wet. So we're not just like finding the way. We're literally finding shelter at this point. We are escaping the storm. And you are leading that way. So what do we find as we are escaping the storm in this choppy island, this really rocky kind of like outcroppy area on this part of island we probably shouldn't have landed on?
Yeah, Yeti.
Oh shit, I have music for this.
There's Yetis in this part of the world. It's very cold, and there's a Yeti just staring at you.
Track called Dark and Stormy. Wouldn't mind a dark and stormy right now.
Gonna run from the Yeti.
The boatman's just gonna run.
There is no Yeti. There's no Yeti on Byland.
Okay.
All right, geography doesn't get to create Yetis. Because if there was Yetis, we're eating Yeti organs. Is all I'm saying.
I mean,
yes, I find Yeti organs, and that causes the magic apocalypse. No. So as we're fleeing the storm, we come across something we didn't expect in the distance, and that's some light coming from a cave mouth. And I push you forward, and I say, "Let's head that direction, boy."
okay.
So as we come to the cave mouth, we cautiously walk in, and start heading down, and it's just flickering torchlight, but the torches are every like 100 yards. It's dark in between, but it's heading. It's at least safety from the storm right now. And as we go deeper and deeper into this underground area, it gets colder and colder and colder. It gets to the point that we're actually seeing like frost almost form on the rocks with a little bit of like underground moisture. Let's turn the storm down just a little bit.
I'm geography, excuse me. You can't just turn the storms down. Okay? I'm joking.
So geography though, as we continue to trek down into this cave in this area of Byland we shouldn't have got to, what does it look like? How is this? Does it just get colder and colder? Does it become literally frosty? What is it like the deeper we go down in here?
Definitely gets colder and colder. What?
Is it like somehow the opposite of geothermal?
Yes.
Oh, as you get closer, it gets colder.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you'd have to be pretty deep, really, for the heat of the planet to start warming things up. If we're like on an island and it's just like down a couple 100 yards, it could be cold down there, right?
Yeah. And I feel like I want to say it's because the storm is so cold and it blew in, like you described, moisture and shit. I feel like no, I don't know how much I want to introduce here. Like, I feel like it's going to be difficult for you to travel downwards.
Okay.
So is water just running down the whole way?
Yeah, that's.
So as we're trekking down, it does start to get the rain is still pouring in through the cave mouth, but it's starting to create these puddles. but we actually get to a point where the angle of the cave starts going steeper and steeper, and normally it'd be okay. But right now, with the deluge that is coming in from this outside storm, it becomes a fucking water slide. We're walking next to each other. One of us slips. One of them goes down. I'll say I go down, and I grab onto you and drag you down with me, and we end up shooting down this straight up fucking Goonies style, like, storm water slide bullshit. And then when we finally get to the end and get dumped out, we're in this massive, freezing cold chamber. And I look around, and that's where we'll end the scene.
Okay.
On Holara. The storm is still raging. Yeah.
That's Anjara.
Fuck, I even wrote it in phonetics. Anjara. Anjara. All right, let me bold that and.
You're combining Spanish and French pronunciation.
Well, all right, Maria.
Is it safe to say that Mario is Maria's twin brother?
I think you did establish that last time. I think they were twins. Yeah.
If it wasn't established, it is now.
Yeah.
Ooh, okay. I wonder if there's magic, Mr. Magic Man, that the magic is divination magic, but what if twins can sometimes share magic a little bit because like they're literally like the same thing that was split?
So the reason that I was not very involved in your scene, and I apologize, is because I had a huge influx of ideas for how to get Maria back to Eki.
I appreciate that because I'm blanking.
You don't remember. We established you don't have to get back to Epke. There's plenty of divination magic and transportation magic. She just has to know Mario's in danger.
Oh, right. So that's where all of this was coming.
Gotcha. Okay.
So first off, I'm trying to pace this out properly. Do we have a number of scenes that we're trying to have things wrapped up by?
It doesn't. So basically, since we can all be secondary characters, it doesn't matter. If you finished your destiny this scene, we would just complete everyone else's destinies as it came to them. So it doesn't make a difference if someone's destiny comes about in an organic way, they can just end their destiny and play secondary characters.
Got it.
I think we just know that my destiny pretty much has to be the last. Because otherwise the rest of your destinies can't come true.
If I recall correctly, it's been 2 weeks, but if I recall correctly when I was reading the PDF, it was like 3 to 5 scenes for each character's destiny.
Yeah, if you're doing like a one-shot and stuff. Yeah. So I expect like potentially like this round and maybe one or maybe like probably 2 more is what it feels like, at least I know for my character. But again, if you're just build towards what you want to build towards and just do it organically and it doesn't really matter. Just whenever you feel like it's moving in the correct direction or want to push a little bit farther, you can always time jump a little bit. You can pull a fate card. You can do all those kind of things.
So I think where we want to, because where I would like to end this scene is ending it with Mario, and this can take, we can have like any sort of passage of time, right? I guess the passage of time for the whole group needs to be similar, right?
Yeah, so just no massive time jumps.
Can it be wibbly wobbly time stuff?
Yeah, there can be wibbly wobbly time stuff.
Cool.
I mean, things can be happening at the same time, but also because it's going to take me a while in like a little boat to get from Blesk to where I'm at now, but it also probably took Maria a while to get across Icy Hot Island. So like little time skips, like a week or 2 at a time, are totally fine. I think it's basically like don't do a 10-year time skip, because then your destiny happens like way after everyone else's.
Well, I would just like to end the scene with Mario being initiated into the revolution as like a high-level magic user.
Oh, interesting. So he went from nothing to high level pretty quickly. Gotcha.
So that's where I want to end the scene. So we have I will play myself. Who was Mario? I can't remember.
I think that was.
I play Mario.
I think it was Ian again. Yeah, you're Mario.
Yeah.
You were all up. Sense. You were ripping lines of penis powder with the resident whore.
Penis powder.
Yeah.
So does drying out an organ and turning it into powder not reduce its potency?
No,
does it
actually.
Increase its potency?
I don't think it really changes it. Yeah.
Yeah. Who's Mr. Magic? So I would say that it doesn't really change the potency.
It just takes all the water out and all the.
I mean, it's concentrated. If you take the water out,
it's easier to ingest a greater quantity of magic.
Ingest.
I would say the only thing that can enhance the innate magic is if you just eat it fresh. That's the only thing that one can do to.
Gotta get that fresh dick.
Yeah, viscera.
Get that fresh dick, you know.
Viscera still attached and everything. I think so. The thing about powders and stuff, though, probably like everything, if you cut it with other stuff, you might reduce the efficacy of it. But I can only imagine the leader of the revolution on Epke gets that pure penis powder, you know.
Ian.
Not cut with flour or anything.
No.
I rolled a one for fresh dick. Oh no.
That dick is not fresh.
No.
So yeah, I think that the idea of the scene is, so the last scene ended with Mario essentially seeking us out, kind of thing.
Yeah.
And it's potentially been a couple of weeks. The storm is raging, and this is kind of and apparently in that time you said that he's become like a higher magic user. He just took to it.
Yeah, so I kind of like the idea. I like how Mario was kind of showing an initiative. And I kind of like the idea of Mario being like a real go-getter and just kind of like trying to just like rise through the ranks really quickly kind of thing.
Okay. So who's all in the scene? You are you. He is Mario. Is a resident whore there?
I'm not needed anymore. I got Mario through the door. I think my job is done.
Mean, to be fair, she wasn't really the resident whore as much as she was my number 2. She just specialized in enchantment magic.
I'm an ambitious whore.
Which meant that she ate all of the dick, you know?
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I would say maybe she's there.
Okay.
Where is the set? Currently, I'm imagining. Okay. Like just for the storm to be important, I was imagining it being like a highway underpass or under a highway overpass.
Yeah. Now I'm imagining this like underground at our like underground.
Epke does like technology and stuff
because
we don't magic.
Okay, so they have highways.
Yeah,
and
yeah, we have highways
and
shit.
They could if they wanted to.
Yeah.
This Jessica got it.
But yeah, so I'm imagining like a time lapse kind of scene where
a montage.
Yeah, I guess sort of like a montage. I don't know how we can role play a montage though.
You don't have to. You can talk through a montage to set up the scene with it.
Yeah. So I like the montage would be like teaching Mario classes and Mario taking magic lessons from mine and Steph's characters, and my character realizing basically that Mario is essentially a prodigy type magic user kind of situation. So I would say
firebolt and then fireball.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
You have the gift.
So yeah, I think I would imagine like a role-playing moment would be like after realizing that Mario is like prodigy level, Steph's character and myself are in, I guess, what would serve as my office or something, with Mario then approaching us with the idea of how can I officially become like I don't even know what the right terminology would be. Like a master sorcerer or whatever, because I think sorcerer is what we were using for Blisk. So yeah, I think that's kind of where I would want the scene to be.
So Mario coming in, like, I'm ready.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
So Steph, you and I are in my office already, just kind of discussing mundane stuff.
Big plushy chair.
Yeah.
So I just burst in without knocking because I've gotten a bit of a big head.
Excuse you.
How naked are you?
I'm partially. Shut up.
Yes.
It's. I've had enough of the. I'm dropping the accent. It's too hard. I'm not. It's too much. I've had enough of the games, the child's playthings. I want more.
Well,
what makes you think you're ready? I remember it was a white valley girl.
Valley girl.
Valley girl, yeah.
White Valley.
I just kind of like gesture vaguely, like, do you see me?
I mean, you've certainly proven that you can play a role, a very important role in our revolution.
So what are we waiting for? Everyone should feel the things that I've felt. The idea. Everyone needs to feel this.
He's ambitious, boss.
You hardly.
I don't know. It's, it's fine.
Give us the room.
I will leave the room and then scry it.
Nosy little fucker.
I'm gonna veto that.
Cool.
Yeah. I'm just gonna say that's like my level stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're good. You're not that good.
I mean, clairvoyance is a 3rd level spell.
The same D&D, this Archipelago.
Yeah.
Okay, and he's the boss magic.
Fine. Veto.
But he could be really important. We could use him to get Maria here.
Raw power is dangerous, though, and he's got a lot of it.
Oh god, a mannequin.
How quickly do you want this to move?
Pretty quickly. I mean, listen. Raw power's not dangerous if he's dead. Like, we could just... What if I just showed her that, he's being inducted? That'd get her over here, wouldn't it?
Very quickly.
And then what if he... I don't know. Was missing something that was vitally important to live, and what if it was something that was so vitally important that only his twin could regenerate
that's dirty. Oh, that's good. Yeah, we're basically Harley now, and you're Joker.
Yep. I
like it, Mr. E.
I had a teacher in high school named Mr. E.
Well aware. We went to the same high school, darling. Well aware.
I mean, I'm letting everyone else involved know why I'm cringing right now.
Yeah. That would work.
So, yeah, let's bring him in.
You may enter.
Head high, shoulders back, chest out.
You know, you bring up a good point.
I tend to.
You'll be inducted into the High 12 tomorrow at noon.
Not so hard?
Your concerns were heard. Now get out.
Oh my god.
I'll just leave confidently.
Yeah. And so we'll fast forward to the next day at noon. And I can't think of what this would be, even though I'm the magic person. What organ would be for illusion magic?
Ooh.
Of course,
would that
I think
not
eyes,
be the brain?
Oh, would it?
I feel like
I guess so.
Reality
is
is an illusion.
Yeah. Okay.
Created by
And
our
it's-
brains.
And your brain is how you interpret everything, yeah.
It could be part of the brain because there are different aspects to the brain, so it could
part of the
be.
brain.
Yeah, it could be. Whether it's like the stem or whether it's like one of the hemispheres.
Hold on.
What's the one that does the
If
vision?
If I don't name the right part of the brain, I'm gonna hold on.
Occipital?
Nah. No, you're right.
I took a 300 level psych class at one point.
Oh, shut the fuck up.
I dissected like 25 sheep brains.
All right, Mario.
Wow.
There you go.
Down.
It sucked.
So we're at the ceremony, the induction ceremony, and the very beginning opening ceremony of the induction ceremony, opening segment of the induction ceremony is that Mario is handed a platter that just has a portion of a brain on it. And it's just offered to him.
Ooh, are there other parts of the brain that do other things and he's maybe too new to tell them apart?
Agreed. So
But this
you
is
have
it's just
the-
a silent offering.
Gobbles it down greedily.
Yeah, there's okay. Oof.
As
All right.
soon as that happens, an image of the ceremony is projected into Maria's mind.
Ugh.
And
Oh,
that's
so
the end of
hard.
the scene. Yeah.
Nice.
Fucking nice.
And that twin connection too.
Yep.
Yeah?
Nice.
God damn.
You're dirty,
Yeah,
Mr.
Jesse's
E.
fucking killing it over
You're
here.
dirty.
There he
You play
is.
Dirty.
Holy shit.
I did not participate in an entire scene at all because I was thinking about how that was going to go. So I'll be more active, I promise.
Where's
I had a realization when I was during the previous scene that the way that this game plays is very similar to the way that I run Session 0 and epilogues for D&D. And that's really fucking cool.
Yeah, because you always ask people, okay, what do you want your characters in game to be, and then we work
Right.
toward it. Yeah.
Right,
And you also narrate opening scenes with the player.
right.
Yeah.
Like, I
Yeah.
just had that realization. I was like, this is a fucking epilogue. Like,
Yeah.
that's so cool.
Mhm.
Just every session an epilogue.
Yep.
Anyway, Steph, it's your turn, I think.
yeah?
I
Which one are you? Are you Resident Whore or Ruby or Medic number set? Which we're Bylan Lelu right now?
Excuse me, this bitch is a bitch.
This bitch is
This
Uh,
bitch is a bitch.
Oh,
So I kind of
Excuse me.
want
this bitch is a bitch music going.
what?
Please tell me that's the name of the track.
Don't you dare
I wish.
Your choice.
I wish. I don't even know what I would play for
Toxic?
This Bitch Is a Bitch.
I love that my character has
Britney Spears Toxic.
I love that we'll do this. My character has turned into this, we'll do absolutely anything to bring Maria down, and we'll go to crazy extents to do it. And my music is like the most calming, and it's like meditation music that you'll hear like when you go get a massage.
Well, I think this was you last time because it's all sexy, and you were like in a sex den.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
But that song was called the song that you had was called Bittersweet, which I was just like, this is gonna get there. Yeah.
Yep.
So I don't know why, but like for your office scene, I was imagining kind of a Tony Montana setup where you just have piles of powder on your desk. But
Piles of dick
imagining
powder.
This, like, piles of dick powder. But I was imagining this like half moon window behind you with just rain pouring down it.
Yeah.
Here you go, Bylan Lula. Here's your bitch of the bitch sexy music.
I know that. What?
I think I played this for the carnival.
Yes.
Is this tabletop audio?
It is tabletop audio.
What's it called?
Tavern music.
Oh no, I didn't play that for the carnival. But
No, we were thinking about it for a trailer. The trailer that
we I still haven't uploaded that to our channel.
Oh my
Shit.
god, Ian!
Fuck.
It's fine.
I gotta upload that.
Ginger made a trailer for us. It's bomb.com.
It's true. Tony Mon Dick Powder.
Was it the one? Was it the one on your BRB when you did the speed run?
Yep.
Yeah.
It was good.
Yeah, we
that was
played it
good.
every opportunity.
Yeah.
Souls made it.
It was awesome.
Yeah, Ginger did good. I feel like this is the scene where my character Ryan's character just meet. So let's say
we actually meet.
Can I actually get an interlude after Jesse's scene?
Yeah.
Sure.
Because that's the thing I can ask for.
Yeah.
Sorry, I just realized that's the thing. Because I wanna have an interlude of Maria's reaction to seeing.
No, that's perfect.
I don't think that deserves a whole scene. So this is shortly after she's washed up on Deep Bay, and she's still surrounded by these as yet unknown forces, with her half dozen or so survivors, and they're just yelling at her. Her forces are yelling at her, asking for orders, and her eyes are just glazed over.
Nice.
Watching these proceedings. And see. Alright, that was my interlude.
Way to just bring down my whole mood.
Sorry,
I'm
go ahead.
Sad.
I'm gonna go to the bathroom.
No,
I'll stop interrupting.
I'm wondering how the dynamic changes at all if mine and Ryan's character actually meet, and if it accomplishes anything for either of us faster, or does it just hinder the destinies?
I'm not sure. I had thought of them not meeting and me almost finding your like
and just stealing my shit.
Music. Just stealing your shit because but it's up to you really. I know where your character is near Icy Hot Island because you get the connection, right? But this is where your stash is. If you came to check out the stash, that could totally work. But if you didn't, then I basically stumble upon your stash, wait for the storm to die down, and just fucking steal it, you know? Like, mark this spot, and over the course of time, just, like, get boats, get a system set up, and I think normally you would come check on it regularly, but maybe the Icy Hot people snatch you first, so you don't come check on it and stuff. Or we could meet... Maybe strike a deal or something.
So, maybe this scene needs to be... I think we named him Cornelius, and Cornelius' second hand actually going and getting her ass. But how do I make that work?
Yeah, you can be a secondary character in a story again, but I like that.
What if we... what if you come to us because we've stopped meeting you for shipments?
Okay. What, Ryan?
No, I love that. You're off the island, like, basically, like, they missed a shipment, then they missed a second shipment, and you're like, these motherfuckers, and you have to head to Sugar Volcano. And that completely erases the need for them to come try to like get you. You go there yourself to be like, listen, where's the fucking organs, bro? And that's when they can snatch you.
All right, I need a mook to come with me if that's the case.
Well, Jesse, you're Cornelius. Ian, do you want to be a mook, or Steph, do you want me to be a mook? All right, Ian's a mook.
I got a mook voice.
I love Ian's NPCs; they're my favorite. Okay, so
all right, this track is called Ambush.
we're sailing to Icy Hut, and I got a mook.
Sailors on no different.
Is the rain still? Geography, is the rain still going? Is all this happening during the storm?
Fuck yeah.
Did the storm
It's gonna
hit
storm
Icy
until
Hut?
the end of the session.
Did the storm hit Sugar Volcano?
No, it will at the end.
It's all the sugar melted.
Thematically. No,
You're welcome.
Geography, does Sugar Volcano melt in the storm?
Never melts! No! I refuse.
It's not actually sugar.
Like the
it's
hardest
just like
candy. It's like a
it's just like-
jawbreaker. Okay? It's a jawbreaker.
He is over here like it's not actually sugar and stuff on top of it. It's a jawbreaker, okay?
Jawbreaker.
I mean, if you eat it, it'll break your jaw because it's rock.
Yeah, and it would also take fucking centuries of storms to fucking erode away. It's fine.
I mean,
Or saliva. Like, if you want to try to lick to the center of it, that's on you, you know?
Yeah.
That's a Tootsie Pop. It's fine.
Okay.
Me and the
I guess
mook are on the boat.
You and the mook are on the boat. All right.
All right, boss.
These fuckers missed a shipment, so we gotta go.
Is on the boat the place to set the scene?
Sure. I'm cursing up a storm. I'm fucking pacing on the ship to the point where you're afraid I'm gonna like wear a hole in the fucking planks.
I don't know how to insert myself into the scene.
That's fine. I'm shit at narrating things well, so I'm just like.
I mean, you just narrated fine. Like, the narration is great.
Oh,
it's,
yeah.
it's the role play where I'm just like, I don't know how to play this
That's
role. Like, I think the
Drive
role.
the boat!
I think they drive the fucking boat.
Alright, thank you.
Like, I think the role here is to just shut up and do what I'm told. So there's not much for me to role play.
You might have to kill someone when we get there. I'm
I'm
very angry.
I just like draw my knife by an inch and it's just like, yeah, all right, I'm fucking
have
ready
to
to
be
do
good
that.
enough.
Like,
I'll have to be
it's like an 8-inch, like 1.5-inch thick Bowie knife. Like it'll fucking kill a dude.
okay, cool. Do I feed you organs to
I probably.
power you up? Probably.
Ooh.
Ooh, have we decided what transmutation is?
Transmutation.
I don't think so.
Intestines?
I was gonna say we got a lot of bowel to work with.
Yeah.
Sure.
A
Probably
little
intestines.
duodenum, you know.
Well,
Well, pyloric.
Did we
Yeah.
say what
Don't we?
stomach
We have
was?
Lake Pylorus.
huh?
Did we say what
Stomach
stomach was?
is evocation.
Yeah.
Got it.
Somehow heart became
Yeah,
transportation.
intestines. Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
Get them
I mean,
guts.
it's follow.
I eat a lot of human tripe.
It's follow your heart, so of course heart is trans.
Oh.
I actually
Oh my
like
God.
that. Not gonna lie,
Yeah.
I like that.
Alright.
Yeah, no, I just eat a fuckload of tripe, so I am jacked.
Jack to the tits.
Jacked to the tits.
It's like your bane is just your mook is just bane, just like
Yep.
a constant stream of like
Oh, hello.
gut juice into his there. Yeah,
Wow.
yeah,
Wow.
I mean,
That's an
hot.
image.
Okay.
yeah.
I have to change my voice now.
Oh, hello.
I have
Alright,
a Bane
so-
mask.
Really?
I mean, it's just a basically a gas mask. It's not like a cosplay Bane mask or anything. But
So where is the scene going?
So the plan
Does this
is
scene
to,
end with you getting captured, or is that another
I
scene?
think it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think the scene ends with me getting captured. So we're gonna land on the island the way I see it, and I would assume that Cornelius and his second hand would have an ambush ready.
Okay. Sure.
I don't know how they would know that without magic, unless they just have people waiting.
What if Cornelius... Did we ever actually establish that Cornelius and the organization that Cornelius works for, or heads, does not use magic?
No.
No?
We did not establish that.
No,
But
you guys
then
are like
how-
people on Icy Hot Island that like actually know what's going on.
Yeah, we're the ones that's
Culture.
deceiving
Does
the
that
people on Icy
organization
Hot.
use magic?
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's your
absolutely.
culture.
Yeah, I think
Okay.
pretty much everybody here uses magic except for the people. I imagine the people on Icy Hot Island are basically like, what's that? Are like the village, right? Where like the world moves around them, but they're like stuck and cut off. And the rest of the world has kind of, at least for the most part, either been like insular, like the dwarves on the island of Bay, or like Byland literally like cultivates that. Like Epke doesn't go there because they're anti-magic. Byland has this system set up where they take the organs, so they basically keep Icy Hot Island in the dark about all of this stuff. But like people like Cornelius's organization kind of like brings people in that figure out the truth or like know what's going on. And have been like Cornelius is not the first leader of this organization. This has been going on for a while, basically just using these people who think that, you know, there is no magic, and we're just doing this like old wives' tale of like sending people into a fucking volcano to try to get magic back. And these guys are like munching on organs, being like, these fucking dumbasses, and then just like taking the organs and sending them off to Byland. So the world has kind of, whether by ignoring them or by using them, kind of kept them shunted into this almost like past where they don't know what's going on.
Cornelius and the others in the organization are just as bad and just as at fault as Lilu. But now
they were, but now they have a change of heart, especially because you were a bitch.
This
You're a bitch about old people.
I'm getting a fucking shirt that says that now. I need that shirt. Alright, so yeah, I'm envisioning this scene, us landing there and then getting captured. You guys are using magic to anticipate me.
Or eating eyeballs.
Yep.
And I'm just Batman the Animated Series Bane. The good Bane, not the movie Bane, which was a bad Bane.
Does that make Cornelius Batman?
Sure.
Yeah. And I was Harley earlier, so it's just coming full circle.
Yeah. We went from Fifth Element last episode, everyone's Fifth Element, to this episode, everyone is Batman. Everyone's a Batman character. All right. Lateral move, but okay.
So we get on the island. I'm assuming our boat was big enough and fine enough, and you're competent enough that the storm didn't affect us.
I mean, I assume there's a whole fucking crew, and not just like it's not like an outrigger canoe with 2 people on it. Like it's a whole crew.
Okay.
Because it's a cargo ship. Like we need to transport a shitload of organs.
Oh, right.
So I'm like your first mate. Like I just yell at people to do shit.
Okay. And we get there. I should have thought about this more.
I weigh 800 pounds of pure muscle because just constantly sucking down intestines.
So what would the organization have ready to capture?
I mean, we could have just had like a whole like I could have just like organized everyone to just jump the 2 of you as soon as you're off the boat. Or a safe distance away where your crew wouldn't intervene.
No.
Okay.
You know.
And don't forget there are resolution cards and fate cards in here as well.
Yeah.
If you're
card.
Ooh.
You want a fate card?
That might not be quite so easy, but yeah. Okay,
oh, we went from resolution to a fate card. Fuck yeah. Okay.
Like it.
It's time for a fate
all right.
Let's see how this goes. That's 1 per session, FYI.
I know. This is like the deck of many things. Like, we gotta pull it, and we're gonna regret it immediately.
Honestly, kinda.
Yeah.
So and usually the fate card is interpreted by either you pick someone to interpret it, or the element that is in charge of it interprets it.
So pick someone. Before you read it.
So pick somebody.
Someone.
Yeah.
Ian.
Oh, cool.
The element you own is interfering with the character's desires, wishes, or needs. So technology.
Technology.
Yeah.
Okay. So.
Stats face.
Okay,
I'm worried.
so you typically rely on magical muscle.
Burn.
Yeah, honestly, just huge fucking dudes who can just punch their way out of problems. But technology happened, and these motherfuckers have tasers. Just tasers.
Oh yeah. Come on,
so, yeah,
technology.
I didn't know anything about what could have been created. Completely catches me off guard, and me and Bane go down because of tasers.
That's it. Yeah, they got a little bit of that. They got a little bit of that Epke tech.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They actually pillaged it from the North
case.
Shore from the raid that happened 2 or 3 weeks ago.
Oh yeah.
Look at it. Look at bringing it all together. Look at that.
That's so good.
They have no fucking clue what these things are or how they work. But they work.
But what that means is that Cornelius and his second hand could go by themselves to meet you. And then just
the two of them, not like a whole group, just the two of them.
And there's no ambush. We just meet face to face. And
well, they know where you know where the drop is, and that's usually how you meet, right? It's probably you two, and it's probably her and like one other person. The crew probably stays on the boat. They come to the meeting area, and you got the tasers, and then she just ends up not going back to the crew.
Yeah.
And I feel like.
By the time the crew think to look for her, she's long fucking gone.
And I feel like end scene happens fucking there.
Honestly, yeah.
Yeah.
Like as soon as you're tased?
Yep, lights out, fade to black.
Fucking tasers.
Fucking tasers.
So wait,
there you go.
Does that mean that Cornelius will then... So no, you're still the director of the scene, right? Yeah. So you'll dictate where Cornelius takes you, right?
Yeah.
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 Got it. Yeah.
Because it's still Lilu's scene.
Right.
Even if Lilu's unconscious.
And I will take this whole next turn to not think of anything, so I'm just as lost next time it comes to me.
Cool. You mean just like I did for this whole round?
Oh, speaking of, what's Maria up to?
Maria.
So the one idea that I had while I was in the bathroom was that we can skip over the whole, like, people on a hill overlooking, like, we get captured. Like, that's a foregone fucking conclusion. Especially with Maria just, like, blanking watching this vision. And we're just thrown in a prison, like, as a group. Weapons taken from us, whatever we may have had. So then, if she's having this vision and the people come, does she literally like black out on the beach, like seeing the people and see the vision? And when she comes to, she's in the prison with the rest of her people.
Yep. Nice.
Yep. So she's utterly disoriented. Sort of, interrogates her, what's left of her crew to figure out what in the fuck just happened over the last half hour, because she's been watching this ceremony half a world away. And then so that's the scene. We're in this dank prison on Deep Bay, on the opposite side of the island from Deep Bay, but adjacent to the Gate of James.
Any sense that has more than 2 places in it, I'm just like, this is fucked.
And for those that are unaware why it's called the Gay of Jables, it's because it's a straight. But you can't really
I didn't allow straights to be here.
Yeah, so all the straights are gays.
I would like to point out that the Gay of Jables is also very like zigzag.
Yeah, it's definitely not straight.
Not straight.
It's not straight.
In case anyone's wondering, I'm a homosexual.
Fucking whisper.
Just in case anyone didn't realize.
So Steph, would you like to reprise your role as the medic?
Fuck yeah.
Okay.
Wait, the medic.
Wait, were you the medic?
No, I was dying soldier number 7.
I was the medic. She was
sorry,
dying soldier number
Jesse.
7. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
dying soldier number 7's dead.
Oh, no,
But yeah, so
Dead
you can
soldier
reprise your
number
role as so you can reprise your role as the medic. I will need I'll probably need 2 of my crew.
I got you.
Thank you.
Yeah,
thanks, Ryan.
I'll be random crew number 2.
So the end of the scene Sorry, Jesse, but the end of the scene, I'm imagining being, I eat either the eyes or the heart of the medic.
Okay.
Dude, and your destiny is completed with it. Oh shit.
Yeah, I don't know how we get there, but that's how I see this scene ending. Like she's just seen this, this terrifying information, and everything has been stripped from her. So she, yeah. That's the scene.
So the first time you use magic is not going to be to save your dying relative. That's interesting.
So I will. So my idea is that she would use the magic to get back to Epke. So probably a heart, and then once in Epke, she'd probably still be, abhorrent against magic, but then use mundane means to extract Mario.
Right.
But she's already used magic.
Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, that's kind of my idea. So yeah, beginning of the scene, the 7 of us. So Maria, 5 of her crew members, and then the medic survived, were captured, and we're just in this large prison cell. There's a bench on one wall. There's a dripping sound, and the guards are basically non-present. Or they don't speak our language. We don't have to worry about anyone.
They don't speak your language. Culturally, they do not speak your language. Cool. They're very insular. The Deep Bayers on Deep Bay, especially those from Deep Bay, are very insular. Actually, culturally, are in a protracted conflict with the dwarves on the Isle of Bay, mostly battling for the Bay namesake. Originally a clan that had split apart, and come in, and so these guys are not quite dwarves, but they're not tall either. But they battle for the name of Bay. These two age-long conflict between the Bay dwarves.
Hold on.
Bay dwarves and the Isle dwarves?
Is Bay's name involved in this game?
No, not really.
Oh, okay.
Get your Bay out of my role-playing game. That wasn't funny.
That was funny. Shut the fuck up.
Maria is coming to for the first time since washing ashore.
What do we do?
Where
am I?
Are we?
We're in a cell.
No, the medic's fully aware.
Yeah,
I'm Maria.
Am I 5 other crew members?
No, you're
crew 1 and I'm a crew member.
The other 3 are irrelevant.
Got it.
So you can choose your names.
I know where we are.
Jose.
Jose.
And Julio.
Julio.
Fuck's sake.
¿Dónde está la biblioteca?
Me llamo T-Bone.
La araña discoteca.
Discoteca. La biblioteca. Fuck.
Wait, so I
love
medic
both of
know
you.
where we are. That's what.
Yeah,
that's what
yeah. You were
envisioning.
fully conscious as we washed ashore, were captured, etc. Maria was not.
Got it.
Me, Maria. So where are we?
They don't speak our language. I don't know.
Well, that narrows it down.
Full-blown panic attacking.
I
did not sign up for this.
Just backhand you with my insanely large ring.
Okay.
They probably would have taken that. I expect to backhand you with my insanely large ring. I bruised my knuckles.
Got
it. We washed up on Deep Bay. We were captured. They put us in prison.
Do I not remember this? I saw. It's not important.
Wait, you saw what?
Mistress, you blacked out. You were blank. You were nothing. There was nothing there.
I must have been unconscious. I don't know. A dream.
I'd like to roll insight on that.
That might not be quite so easy. Hell yeah!
Look at you using mechanic. I'm proud of you.
Who do you want to interpret this?
Let's go Steph. Since
Oh, for fuck's
All right.
sake, I'm so drunk. No, don't take. All right.
Yes, but your success will cause great personal harm.
you're being the medic.
So what happened before this again?
So wait, so my whole thing was I'm trying to figure out if you're being truthful with that or not.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's you. No, Maria, I not quite so easy to you. So you're trying to be like, oh, it was nothing. It was nothing.
Okay. So
but you got yes,
quite so
but
easy
yeah.
by deception. Got it.
Yeah.
What does this apply to?
So
Yeah,
you on this card is me, Maria.
Right.
And I am trying to lie about what happened to me.
Well, I mean, I feel
the
like
bitch said she had a dream standing up. What?
Eyes like fucking milky.
Glazed over, yeah. Rolled into the back of her head, like, yeah.
What's your fate again?
My fate is to use magic to save my family, which we've determined is Mario.
And this is a resolution card, not a fate card, so it doesn't have to be anything like crazy. It can just be like for this specific scenario. Like basically, yes, he deceives you, but something bad happens. Yes, she does, but something bad happens to Maria as part of the deception. What if it's like the crew?
I feel like the medic is going to reveal something about Maria,
or does
that is going to be detrimental.
Or does
even
the
more
crew
so
know that I don't have dreams? I think
yes, you deceive us and we're like fine, like they don't remember, but I think at that point at the very least Julio is just like fuck this shit. Like we landed on the storm, like obviously I basically in my head begin like mutiny, like we have to figure this out and she's not the leader that she was, because she would not abandon us in the middle of like being captured to just like blackout or some bullshit.
Your lie loses the entire trust of the crew that's in this jail.
That's pretty big.
So I convince everyone, but I lose their trust.
Yeah.
That's your yes, but.
Yeah.
Okay. So a dream.
A dream?
Well,
it had to have been. There's no other way.
We were in the middle of getting captured, and you had a dream?
Was this dream, was it important to you?
I dreamt of my brother.
Doing what? Like living his everyday life?
I eating something. It was mundane. It was irrelevant.
Where do you want the scene to go? Sidebar?
By the end of the scene, I'm eating the medicine.
Eating a heart. Yeah.
To teleport back to Epke.
Maybe you should stop dreaming and start getting us out of here. Are you not our leader?
I'll do my best to sort of align my spine and just rise to my full height and just immediately deflate. What is there to do? We've been stripped of our weapons.
Not this one! In my panic attack, they didn't notice.
That might not be quite so easy.
No, I'm trying to give you an out to have a weapon to cut out his heart.
I see. I was gonna... Okay.
That doesn't need to happen. You can veto that.
Try a different way, I think, is the better phrase.
Yeah.
How can I
Or,
have a weapon on me that won't be
harder.
Yeah, okay.
So we already
mechanically
determined that the medic is from Icy Hot, and
Yeah.
explained that Icy Hot does not participate in magic.
Right. But that means
Does
they're
that
very
mean that
that
the
means they
people-
don't know a lot about the world and stuff like that, because
Right.
Icy Hot is very
Right.
so they probably don't
Meanwhile,
even know.
Nothing say is what it seems.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Epke knows about magic and how it works. They just forbid it.
Right.
So, that answers my question. I was wondering if the medic would know, like, that a heart does teleportation, but it seems like they wouldn't.
Mm-mm.
Yeah. Okay.
How were you envisioning getting the heart? Is there a different way that you wanted to get
Either so I was imagining like the crew holding her down, and I just like tear her chest open with my bare
But now
hands.
you lost trust.
But now I lost trust, so I'm imagining being abandoned as an outsider, much like she is, and then it's just a struggle, the two of us.
Okay. Okay.
Well, what if there's like a twist to that and you've lost the confidence of the crew, and that kind of pushes you over the edge towards using magic even more? Like, I don't have the crew to help me. I got nothing to help me. Like, all I got is this kind of situation.
Is there a more easily accessible organ that would help me get to the heart? No. I mean, intestines, at least I don't have to go through a rib cage.
You have to go through a sternum and ribs. Good luck to get to the heart.
Right.
Well, you
But
can.
if I can get to the intestines. I mean, you could fucking Kali
You
Ma.
could go up.
could.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I don't think you have anything in here that would allow you to crack open. It literally takes a fucking saw and a crank to
Right.
open a chest. The only way to get it is really to go like through the gut. So you would literally have to like tear this person open and
Right.
dig up
and then
in
punch
and
the ribs repeatedly.
That's how you do CPR, right?
Yeah,
you just punch ribs.
So if you don't have the crew on your side, I'm wondering how you fucking do that.
I think you go through the diaphragm, like Rambridge just said.
Oh my god, there's another nurse here. Yes!
That's 3.
Yeah.
This is my body we're talking about.
Maybe the medic does have something on them that wasn't taken. Maybe part of their like attire or something is also kind of used for like medical or whatever, and maybe they do have like a scalpel secreted away in like an inside pocket that wasn't found or something.
Sure.
Just some like wrapped in other supplies or something. Like there was like a bandage or something, but they actually use bandages to create little like waterproof packets or something. And as the medic is kind of like trying to open supplies up to help maybe someone that got injured, you see the scalpel. And you've lost the trust of the crew. Yeah.
Right. So we're not in different cells, but we're on like opposite sides of the cell. So like the crew has abandoned me entirely, and the medic is also an outsider.
Is anyone in your cell?
Anyone other than the 7 of us?
We're all in the same cell? Or are we all in separate cells?
No, you're
I
all
was
in the same
imagining, like,
cells.
One big like
Yeah.
drunk tank kind of situation,
Yeah.
like one bench along the wall, and that's
I
it.
thought we each had our own cell and you could just like fucking
Rips through the fucking bars.
to get a heart.
Oh,
to
God.
fucking-
No, fuck no.
just to rip out the medics, but that's dumb.
No, yeah. So I was imagining like one big drunk tank, like the 5 crew members
Got
on
it.
one side, and then like the 2 of us on the other side. So I guess it really just sort of narrows down to me and the medic. And I have, of course, taken a position on the bench, forcing you to sit on the floor. Or stand, you know, whatever. Just, you don't get to sit.
Maybe you whisper something to the medic and you're like, come closer.
And I'm just, like, glaring hungrily. We don't all get out of here.
Well, it's me, isn't it? I'm not getting out.
You're on the other side of the cell.
I know, but I'm the panic attack.
Got it. I mean, panic attacks happening over there. That's fine.
Yeah.
I'm the angry one, so I'm actually like with the rest of the crew. Everyone's just kind of like defeated and stuff, but I'm like pacing in front, like watching you. Like I'm just like, this is supposed to be our leader. Look at her over there. She's falling apart. God damn it.
I think this is whenever I would say, you know, I wouldn't have even been here. I wouldn't even be here if it wasn't for your hate-fueled heart. I just wouldn't even be here. You wouldn't have come onto my island.
The word heart. There's just this dawning. And then just I don't want to like role play, but just like describe just this frenzy as she just leaps off the bench and just barehanded.
So like a 21 days later sort of rage zombie.
28?
28, that sort of attack.
Honestly, kind of rage zombie, a little bit inspired by Metroid Dread.
Yeah.
Not that you've been playing that game.
Not that I have 50 hours logged in that game that came out 2 weeks ago. No, sir.
Yeah.
That's actually not that impressive.
No.
I played 50 hours. I played 50 hours in the week it came out, and then I put it down, and I watched a lot of YouTube. Anyway,
good scrub.
Honestly, I'm curious what the rest of the crew does as I bludgeon her to death and steal her scalpel and start tearing her flesh open.
Scream nonstop.
Yeah, watch in absolute disbelief. Like I went from anger to like fear, like that, and I think the rest of the crew is just like huddled in the corner at this point as you're like screaming and blood is like flying all over the place.
Oh, and in case anyone's wondering, I'm just laying on the floor at this point, just dead.
Taking it.
Yeah. I mean, I'm imagining the first blow was like leap off bench, grab face, jam into wall.
Yeah.
And then, you know, find your secreted scalpel, start slicing, and then just like, I don't know what the fuck I'm looking at, and just like start tearing things out until I find the heart. What?
It's almost like you're not.
It's almost like I'm not a medic and don't eat organs.
Yeah.
Just ripping, tearing, breaking until I find the heart, and then just bite, and then just.
So not only are you eating a fresh organ, you're eating a fresh virgin organ because the medic is from Icy Hot Island. So as the ruler of magic, I'm telling you that will get you to empty.
Yeah. Well, how about since it's so powerful, not even just the general location, like exactly in your mind where you saw your brother, like pinpoints it perfectly.
Show up in the room.
Covered in blood, holding most of a heart.
Soaked in blood.
Oh, you're Daenerys. Hi.
Scene?
Scene. Hell cool. Yeah.
Crushing it.
That's her destiny. Like that's done, right?
It took 2 hours to get to.
So yeah, I think whatever happens in the next one, you'll just like you could almost play her as a secondary character or go through like what happens with Angera. But like you literally have to overthrow the church. So in your next scene, I guess, Jesse, you could.
Mine is gonna be wrapped up in the next scene.
Okay.
Mine will too. Yeah.
So Ryan,
all right. Well then. I'll probably be like this scene, yeah, and then I'll be the very last scene because all of your guys' destinies happen, and then suddenly there's no more magic. So I have trekked across Poop Island, made my way across Epke, got sidetracked by this massive storm, and ended up finding, unknowing to me, this underground cave system kind of, and it ends up being some type of underground storage, and not just anybody's. It's Byland Lilu's personal stash that she has been tucking away of vestigial and virgin organs, keeping those for herself for when the time is right or the time needs to be, or like slowly like increasing the demand for that. So like those are incredibly expensive because she's just hoarding all of those. So anyone that wants to find like like an appendix, or like a virgin heart like you just ate, this is where that stash is, in this like cold underground area. And when I go down into this chamber, it's me and the boatman. And we realize it's not just the opposite of thermodynamics or anything like that. This place is purposely left incredibly cold. And as I get down into there, and I enter this chamber, I find this stash. And what do I see? What does anyone have any?
I feel like she's completely meticulous, right? So she has it like fucking organized by organ type,
alphabetical.
Like it's that like fucking autopsy room, you know what I mean? Like you pull out drawers of the stuff. They're all labeled.
I kind of imagine almost like do you know all those vampire movies in the 20th century where they just have people like vac-sacked it like hanging from the ceiling? You know what I mean?
It's just organs, though. I don't get the whole.
I know, but what if it's like organs laid out in parts? So if it was a person, like there's two lungs, and then there's like a liver, and then there's like a penis. Like it's almost like you like sheets of like things just hanging. Yeah.
And singular vagina.
Just N vagina. Just N1 vagina.
Sheets of vagina, and like that's.
Yeah, but there could be literally a sheet of just appendixes, and it's even labeled and marked like you just said. It's incredibly meticulous. There could be literally just a sheet of virgin penises. You know what I mean? Like a sheet of. What other vestigial organs do we really have besides like wisdom teeth and appendices?
Gallbladders are nearly
gallbladder, whole sheets of gallbladders and stuff.
What did we say?
Kidneys are not vestigial.
They basically are. You can live very well without a gallbladder.
That doesn't mean it doesn't serve a purpose.
It's getting there. Give us a few hundred more years of evolution, and it'll be completely.
The point I want to get to is that why is there not just a vestigial magic organ?
Oh, because we just don't.
There can be.
15 human vestigial organs. We got the appendix. We got the coccyx at your tailbone. Don't eat that. Your wisdom teeth.
Okay.
Nictitating membrane. It is a third eyelid, so we actually have a small fold of tissue present on the inside corner of your eye. Interesting. The hymen.
Camels have that. Oh yeah.
I don't have a hymen anymore.
Ooh. Third nipples.
Supernumerary nipples. Yay!
Yeah.
Chenandler bong.
Yeah. There are. Okay, they put hiccups on this list. This list is fucking dumb. So there's some
sources, right? All right.
Yeah. Not an organ.
Yeah, that's why I just this is a terrible website.
It's an organ.
But a lot of virgin organs mixed in. A lot of virgin organs mixed in with that, or rarer, hard to find, like maybe like double organs, like people that had like some type of like mutation and had like a double kidney situation or something like that. That's what this is. This is rare vestigial and virgin organs. It's much more powerful. It's all that stuff. And they're, like I said, they're all labeled in these almost like vac-sac, like plastic sheets that are still, and they're like, you can tell there's in some type of preserving liquid. Some of them are, things like that. So when I go down in, this is what I find. Very clean, like lab environment. That's now has water kind of like flooding across its surface. There hasn't been a storm like this in this area in a long time. And I look to my boatman and I say, what is this?
Your guess is as good as mine. I do not know this place.
Why would she not have security there? You know what? Whatever the fuck
does she?
Thinking, it's not that easy.
Okay, so maybe as I say this to the boatman, a number of people, So who wants to interpret the resolution card? Well, then, Steph, since you said it, why don't you interpret my resolution card?
Why you make me interpret things?
She did the last one.
Yeah, you know what? This is my
Oh, okay, well then Jesse, why don't you this?
Alright.
Okay.
No, but your failure helps another succeed.
God damn it.
I got the first no.
Yeah, you got the first no.
Bullshit.
So with this on, you're trying to take the organs?
No, I definitely have to take the organs. So maybe, like, I think it's gonna be easy. Like, I don't see anything there. I don't see anybody else. But then, but no, it's not quite so easy. I'm like, as I read some labels and things like that, I go, holy, this is literally exactly what I'm looking for. This is it. But resolution card, no. But it leads to somebody else's success. So it's not going to be this easy. There's something else going on. But because of this, someone else has some success.
Like
I don't even know how that would play in.
Or someone,
I think one of the other players.
So but how would that tie into? I don't know how we could even tie this one in. Do you want to just do another card?
Is there a magical mishap?
Okay.
Wait.
Hold on. What about
mishap?
this?
Oh, like one of the organs?
What about if but you see that the label is the label on one of the organs is actually one of the organs of this bitch is a bitch, and that actually alerts her that you're there. So that's how she benefits from it.
What?
All right. So...
Wait a minute. So we're saying Bylan Lilu had a prosthetic eye the entire time?
Oh, that'd be cool shit. Because I know
and
my
literally
shit is valuable.
That would be so fucking dope that literally her eye is there, and maybe like she ate part of like the nerve that comes off of it, and she can see through her other eye. So I don't know how that would bring you success. We'll just tweak it a little bit. Yeah.
Is a bitch.
This bitch is a bitch. So small interlude before we like, it's not at the end of the scene, but I imagine Byland Lilu kind of like coming around from her, or like as she's like passed out having this dream, or like comes to, as she sees this fucking edgelord and this fucking Mookie Boatman like roll up into her cave of like secret organs, and that shocks you awake at whatever your scene is.
Yeah. Like
nice.
That's what
so
wakes
like
you
I
up
wanted
from
I wanted tragic for her, right? Like I just want a character that died. Like that's so fucking tragic. Like you're fucking...
Yeah. And not only are you like, not only you tased, you lose everything.
You're also losing everything in the midst of it, and you know it.
Gotcha. So there are no guards because you didn't even want to tell a single person about this. Any of the people any of the people that helped you with the shipment with the thing, guess what? Their parts are up in here too or something. Or like you use them. No one knows about this but you, because you have an eye on this place and it's hidden anyway where most people can't access it. The only reason we found it was because of the storm. Yeah. And I know this is what I'm looking for. This is what's going to make me overthrow the number 9 edgelord and become the true Lord of Edge. These organs are exactly what I need to find. And in that moment, I reach down and I pick up a rock and where the boatman can't see, and I just swing and smash his skull with it.
Oh God.
Yeah. Perfect. Because no one can know of this but me. And
Boatman,
yes.
F for Boatman.
No witnesses. And I take the next while to go through all of this, and not only do I find all these organs, you are incredibly anal. I find catalogs. I find lists. I literally find your what's it called when you have like a
log? It's just a log.
Yeah, like a log, or like your books. I find your books. Jesse.
Jesse, come back.
It's
Jesse,
it's
come
raining.
back.
He lost power.
You can blame it all on me.
So I find the log, I find all of it, and it's even more than I thought it was. I realize that these aren't just regular organs. It's not a stash. It's all virgin organs. And I saw that it's all these vestigial organs. I basically see how important this stash is. It's probably the biggest, rarest, most powerful stash of organs anywhere on this planet. And I don't mean probably. It easily is. You have been stacking this to the point where it literally got to the point where you were literally doing it just to do it eventually. Because you just had all this access from Icy Hot Island.
I'm so good at my job.
You are. And I think at that point,
for the sake of clarity, Steph, you can veto anything he's saying because this is your character.
Yeah, no, I love it.
Okay, I just wanted to clarify.
Yeah.
I just wanted to make sure.
I'll agree to
So
anything that the edgelord says.
Fate cards. That's where
Once
like
per session, there was already one drawn.
oh no, so it's once per person per session.
Oh,
Once for each character. So we still have 2 fate cards left.
Yeah.
No, so I
Okay.
guess I should probably draw a fate card in this scenario, unless it completely
can
screws
wait
my
till the last
destiny.
So like,
One.
can
thought it was
I
once per
pull a
session.
fate card on your scene, or can you only pull it on your own scene?
I feel like you can only pull it on your own.
Yeah, so it says you on your
Yeah.
turn you can draw a fate card.
Okay.
Yeah. That makes the most sense because you're personally working toward your own destiny. So
Okay.
you get
I
to-
thought
yeah.
fate cards were, as a group, 1 per session.
No. It's 1 per character and for this session it'll just be like we use 1 for this
Right.
2-shot or
Got it.
whatever. So do you
I
think a
used
fate
mine.
card? Do you think a fate card should come up right now, or should we wait for the very last one and just kind of see how it plays it out?
I feel like this is a pivotal moment.
Oh,
Yeah.
I really, I'm thinking like last minute, like how can he
How
still
can
obtain
he
his...
kind of change things a little?
Yeah, but that's just me. I think it's
Well,
just
the thing is-
either would be
last night.
fantastic.
Yeah. What do you think, Jesse?
I think I'm gonna be using a fate card on my next turn, but it's also gonna be my last turn, so that doesn't help.
Yeah, and I'll only get 1 more after this. Let's just see what we get. Let's see what we get.
If
What do
you
you
get a
mean
good
see
one,
what
I'm
you
gonna
get?
be
He's doing
pissed
it
because
now.
Oh.
Oh, who?
So who's interpreting it before you read it?
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Before I read
Oh,
it, before you read it.
Jesse.
Oh God. Okay.
All right.
This
This character.
must
Oh, sorry.
Oh,
Yeah,
sorry.
go for it.
This character must come to terms with the element you own, either mastering it, co-opting it, or accepting the element's control. Well,
That's appropriate considering Jesse is magic.
Magic.
Yeah, that works. So I'm gonna say that you don't learn how to. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, I control magic. You master the fuck out of it.
Okay, I mastered. So I do become the most powerful magic user. I imagine basically ripping some of these down and just gorging on magic. Just like slurping down appendices, like eating a ton of virgin organs, doing everything, like stashing every different kind in there and just become like incredibly imbued with magic. And then I get like all of the rest of the organs pulled down into basically this giant pile. And now as like the most powerful magic user, basically right now on Earth, because I have all these fresh organs like in me, I pull out a couple of virgin hearts while I'm basically like sitting on this pile of organs and just start mowing them. And not only me, what's up?
Can I, as the magic person, make a suggestion for this?
Sure.
For how the magic would work?
Okay.
As with all of these organs that you've ingested and taken onto your person and whatnot, as soon as you start eating into these hearts, a purple lightning storm appears above the cave. You yourself turn into lightning and transport via lightning to Blisk, and you become the lightning storm above Blisk.
Okay. Okay.
Stop
My
yelling.
No.
Yelling, "Oh, that's good," from the bathroom.
So I like that, but I'm gonna tweak it a little bit.
Sure, go for it.
To start that with the next scene, my thought is right before I become the lightning, to end this scene and start the next scene by becoming the lightning, I eat the hearts and take the entire stash of organs with me, and I appear back on Blesk. I appear back in front of, like, the rest of the edgelords. And after that happens, as that magic is still coursing in me, all of the other edgelords see me come back. And I just basically absorb the magic from all these organs in front of them as I'm just like, I am now the Lord of Edge. And I become, the lightning storm rages above me. A purple strike comes down through whatever building we're in, strikes me, strikes all the organs, and I just up into the clouds as the magical storm at that point. So, and in scene.
Okay, this is getting very intense.
Does anyone need a bathroom break? I know people have been going. Do you want that, or is everyone good right now?
Good.
Okay, I'm gonna go real quick.
Lord, and I hate you. I hate you. Your fucking lightning black bullshit. Fuck.
Okay. Jesse, it's your turn.
Okay, so
follow that, asshole. Maria just, teleported back to Epke.
Not only to Epke, but to our underground headquarters where the ceremony is taking place.
I think the ceremony would have been over by then. Unless the ceremony's like 3 hours long.
I mean, it's probably a really long ceremony, let's be real.
I would say so, yeah.
Okay.
Probably
sure.
a lengthy. If anything, you know what? I would say the ceremony's over, but we are celebrating afterwards when you show up.
Okay. The after party.
It's the after party.
Yeah.
Got it.
Okay.
Yeah, it's the after party. So you're going to be Maria.
Oh, cool. I'm a secondary character now, but I'm still the same person.
Yeah.
But wait a minute. You're celebrating, but his destiny is to save them from dying. Was Mario dying because of what you fed him?
So we'll get there.
Okay,
we'll get there. I have a plan.
I forgot that he had to be dying. I was just dead set on I have to use magic.
Yeah.
I mentioned that and you were like, well, I am saving him. And I was like, yeah, that's what you think. Okay, hold on. Like, because you're not. But, so what I imagine is, there's a celebration. Everybody is gathered around the table. That, like, where basically where the food is being served. And we'll say that since you're gonna be Maria, you can't be Mario. So Ryan, so Ryan, you're gonna be Mario.
Okay.
You'll be Maria. Steph, you still be the resident whore, my number 2. And Maria.
Resident Evil?
No.
Maria, when you teleport in, you hear a combination of 2 sounds that you probably wouldn't associate together, but any magic user would probably not think twice about, which is chanting, like spellcast chanting, with brutal murder screams at the same time. You recognize those screams as the voice of Mario. With the entire circle of everyone surrounding him and chanting spellcasting stuffs. So yeah, how do you react to that?
Having a hard time imagining. So my destiny is I have to use magic to save Mario.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So presumably I actually save Mario. I'm having a hard time imagining a scenario where Maria, who has no experience with magic, bests a bunch of experienced magic users.
With technology.
So would you approach the table?
Do you have technology?
She was just in prison. You know what I mean?
Was there something else on the medic you grabbed?
Would
am
you
I
make
just
any
holding
sort of? Would you make any sort of sound or anything like that? Like how? Or I guess.
At this point, so my concept of Maria's headspace is just pure fucking bloodlust. Because, you know, I'm imagining, like, on the beachhead, she was, like, glazed over watching the proceedings, but then the whole time she was in the prison, she was seeing the things, but also still cognizant. She was seeing what was happening through this twin magic, but still cognizant.
So why not, in your frenzy, take someone else's heart to...
So
here's the thing. So it's not like they can just cast...
As soon as you get there, as soon as you appear, and we're all just chanting, I would have everyone stop and just say, "The guest of honor has arrived." With my back to you, so like I know you're here. I have eyes everywhere here.
Right.
And then I will turn around. I guess you got my little message, didn't you?
I think at that point I would rather impotently try to murder you with my bare hands.
And I would throw up some sort of force field shield.
Yeah.
Like
you mean like shield?
Or wall of force.
Sorry.
And like
I have a magic question though. You're not just like a sorcerer, right? Like it's not like you have like a bunch of spells like laying around. You have to eat an organ to cast a spell, right? Do you have just like a bunch of spells, or would you? So my thought was, if Maria gets there, if you guys haven't eaten an organ, you're all just human until someone eats a magic organ.
Well, then I will say that the wall of force or something is there without Maria knowing it.
Gotcha.
It's
okay.
already there.
Like pre-magic,
ready for it.
Right.
Okay. So I saved Mario's life just by teleporting here.
So Mario...
Maria didn't know this, but just by teleporting here, Mario is no longer going to die.
So when I turn around, you actually see that Mario is laid out, just like loincloth only, maybe not even that, just laid out. And there are people literally holding knives, chanting in front of him, and he is screaming. And I just look back at you and I say, this can end right now if you just dismantle your church.
I think mouth just opens and closes repeatedly. Just like, how do you even respond to that? Like,
I mean, there are two ways that we can go about this. Either I take you down the dirty way because you teleported into here, or you do it on your own.
I guess it's I'm doing it on my own because Brian rolled a 3 for doing it the dirty way.
How about that fate card?
Oh yeah, sure. Why don't, as the response can be the fate card, I guess.
Okay.
Oh, but then I have to say.
You have to choose who interprets it.
There's culture, and if it's not you, that's magic. There's culture, geography, and technology.
I wish it had less to do with the like things that you dictate. I wish it had to do with characters.
Well, culture is kind of like the people involved in like the scenario,
Yes.
so it could just be
Yeah,
like
we'll
what
have
would
Ryan do
happen.
it.
Okay.
We'll have Ryan do it.
All right. And I don't think they're all necessarily element based.
Oh.
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 Wow.
That's
That's difficult to tie in.
Let's.
Would you like to read it out loud?
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. This character receives an unwanted and troublesome gift from an area on the map. So I'm gonna read this. It's an unwanted and troublesome gift. That gift is what was supposed to be aid. Your ceremony, Anjara, was actually being watched by members of the church with their technology. They had bugged your area. You detected for magic. You did not find the technology because you're not as aware of it. You were being watched. And not only were you being watched, Maria was being watched when she suddenly transported into the area. Using magic, because she's not only... It's not like she's not like a conquistador who was like, she is literally the head of the church. She's like the one that leads everything. And now a huge mass of the church, or at least the people that were watching this, saw her teleport in. That gift, quote unquote, is the arrival of aid. Your place is raided, but kind of half-heartedly by these people coming to save Mario and Maria. But their entire concept of the church has been shattered by seeing Maria, the most anti-magic conquistadora ever on Epke and stuff like that. They saw her teleport there. Mario is... So 8 arrives, and I don't want to keep going too far, but I imagine Mario being saved, maybe even you getting hauled off, but like laughing the whole way because you can see on everyone's faces that they saw this this magical use by Maria happen, and you know, even if it takes a while, that has put the dominoes in effect that ends the church.
Yeah. I like it.
That's a hell of a fucking ending. Just hauled off to jail smiling.
Yep. I feel like that's how like the leader of a revolution would go. You know, like
Well, it's either that or you become a martyr or you become the ruler and then a dictator. So like there's really only so many ways.
Yeah.
So, and is that scene? That is Anjara's destiny. So that's 2 down. 2 down.
Killing it.
Stefferson, your destiny has arrived.
You're up.
I have to die.
You have to die.
So what's the scene?
So
the end of the scene is you dying.
So I wake up because I was tased.
You wake up because you see in your third eye.
Oh yeah, shit.
In your good eye.
My mind's eye or whatever.
Yeah.
Nice.
Thank you. Yeah, no Scott Pilgrim references. What? Hang on. What is my destiny exactly? It executes her into the volcano. So do I wake up on the edge of the volcano when we play this out? Or is there some sort of weird...
fucking great.
That sounds pretty metal, right? Alright, so I wake up on the side of the volcano
tied up next, like on the plank, basically.
Hang on. How does executing her in the volcano bring magic back to Icy Hot Island?
Virgin or
No. I think it's a cultural thing. I think it's Bailan Lilu was one of the driving forces keeping the people of Icy Hot Island in darkness, not understanding magic. Cornelius was aiding that, and then by taking out Bailan Lilu, the organ trade crashes. Icy Hot Island kind of like opens up to the rest of the world, realizes they've been living a complete lie for decades and decades and decades, and slowly over time they begin to understand magic, and magic comes back like it is with the rest of the world.
I don't think they have time though, because you're going to destroy magic forever.
Right. I don't think there's much time there. Yeah.
What if there's?
I mean, so once we finish three Destinies, Ryan is free to just time jump 10 years in the future.
Yeah.
I mean, that's true.
Ryan can time jump as much as he wants. But Jesse, how can I wrap it up now?
What if part of your execution? We said intestines was illusion, right?
Intestines or transmutation?
Transmutation.
Brain. Yeah.
Some part of the brain.
So what if your execution is me cutting off your head? I eat part of your brain, which basically creates this illusion in the people of Icy Hot Island's head that teaches them what actual magic is.
You just throw a fucking dream at everyone?
Like mass delusion? Yeah.
And that's like, but using this bitch's brain.
It's basically a very powerful mass suggestion that's teaching them the truth about everything that's been going on.
Yeah.
Or some variation of that, or
it could even be like a scene in the sky over like a really, really populous area of
and then
basically like yeah. For like and also like the time could be a little bit different. Like however long I took it, Biden and Lilu's thing, that could be a couple of days from now. It could have taken me a while you were getting abducted. You know, there's like a couple of weeks worth of like kind of wiggle room with travel and stuff. Because I had that shitty little boat from Poop Island to Epke and another shitty little boat to your place. And you had this like dope ass like cargo ship that was just like zip. So
ass cargo ship.
An ass cargo ship, yeah.
We have to ass hype in here. Yeah, no, I like that idea. And then, oh my god, giving the people of Icy Hot some hope, only and to then have
dashing it.
Yeah. No, that's actually really good. So is Cornelius eating part of her brain? Is that what's happening? And then so
it's your scene.
So I wake the fuck up. It's way too hot for comfort.
You're on the edge of the volcano.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's way too hot for comfort, and
where's your mook?
Where's my mook?
You're incredibly
already thrown into the volcano.
Already fucking gone.
He was fucking expendable. It's fine.
Oh,
hold my hand. I love you. It's okay. It's way too hot for comfort. I'm sweating. I wake up and I'm facing Cornelius and how many other people who are in the organization. Who are just waiting.
Has no name.
Yeah, it has no name. I'll work on that after the fact.
Wait, wasn't the organization Organs for Magic LLC?
No, it was Phylum Lilu's organization.
That was her business. Yeah.
I'll think about it after. Oh god. So I wake up and Cornelius is just staring me down, as well as that number 2, and then how many other people are there just waiting for my death, knowing what the result is going to be. And it's bringing a realization to the rest of the fucking world. And I'm not going to make you monologue unless you want to, but I feel like there would be a very lengthy monologue there.
Do it.
Oh, you mean from Cornelius?
Yeah, about, I was a part of this horrible process, and I've seen the light through your greediness and your.
Oh yeah, and I think.
Am I just Palpatine?
No, Cornelius is.
Oh, Cornelius is Palpatine. Got it.
I think that he would also let you know that your brain is going to be used to tell the people of Icy Hot what's actually been happening. And with that, slices off your head.
Not a very long monologue. It's fine.
No,
I'm not going to monologue it. No, I can't do that on the spot.
Nope. And with that, your destiny is fulfilled as your body tumbles into the volcano.
I mean, my head would.
No, he's keeping your head so he can eat your brain.
Oh, God.
The rest of you
my
tumble.
body goes.
Yeah, so you just do a Darth Maul tumble into the hole.
Yeah.
Fucking sweet. All right.
God, so many Star Wars references.
At some point, your legs fall off. No one's sure why.
Listen. It's so true, though.
And magic is restored for as long as Ryan will allow it.
Yeah. Well, Tresner is not really Tresner anymore. He's the embodiment of magic for a brief period. Yeah. So are you scened? Are you?
Oh yeah, that's it.
Oh. So Icy Hat Island actually gets to understand magic for a couple of weeks, because what happens is, as he becomes lightning and shoots up into the storm, this storm over here, right here, finally arrives on Blesk and merges with the current active storm, which is at this point the embodiment of magic and Tresner, who became the ultimate edgelord and transcended. And then what happens?
Which one was Tresnor? Was the one that merged, or the one that was already always on Bless?
No, so there was a perpetual storm happening, but then Tresnor was caught up into it. But right as that happens, this category 5 storm crashes into Blesk, and the storm just starts to expand and expand. Wait, let's put on my music. It's gonna be
lit.
Something epic. Death of Kings.
Death of Kings?
That's so slow.
Yeah.
I need something a little bit more.
You're slow.
Wow! Wow!
What do you want? Do you want some in-game or something?
Yeah, please put on Endgame.
Yeah. Oh god.
Please.
Fucking Shredder music.
Yeah, we call it Shredder music because we used it for the TMNT one shot. We did it. So good. It's so good.
Do I have? Oh, I do. I do have it saved. Here we go.
Waiting time. That one's really good too.
Which one?
That's Hexia.
Oh fuck Hexia! No.
I like Hexia.
All right, in-game or Hexia? This is the end of Archipelago.
Endgame, please. Endgame.
Yeah.
It's not letting me add it to game. That's weird.
I have that entire song fucking memorized by now.
Hey, let me just add the entire battle playlist, and then it should.
You're not drunk. You're drunk.
Game.
I
can feel my face. You can't feel your face.
Steph said no more alcohol after Long Island's, and then she just comes out with a pair of fucking rum and cokes. It's like, okay, I guess I'll drink that.
Oh, it doesn't let me add it. I wonder if they removed it.
Oh my god, Ryan!
So this is what you get.
Close enough.
I mean, this is that's not waiting time.
No, that's not.
Oh.
Ooh.
Oh, that's dope.
This is this is one of my favorite ones. It's called Aggressor. So.
Ooh. I'll keep that in mind. Let me just put that on my list.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a Kevin MacLeod one. I love Incompetech and Kevin MacLeod. So as you know, Tresner teleports and becomes the purple lightning surrounding Blesk, this category 5 storm crashes into the storm that is now Tresner. And Blesk is lashed with lightning. It's just purple, just trailing across the entire island, just destroying things in its path. The rest of the edgelords are shaking with anticipation. And the storm begins to spread and spread and spread, and it just begins to cover the entire sky. It coats over Poop Island. It begins to spread across Byland, over Icy Hot Island, over the Isle of Bay and Deep Bay, even into the Great Drought. The entire known whatever planet we're on is covered by this massive storm with purple lightning lashing everything. And for days, this storm rages. There is no light seen at all. Until eventually, with one giant crash of purple lightning, everyone looking is blinded by this, at least momentarily. And when they're able to open their eyes... Wait a second.
Circle go.
The storm is gone.
Oh my god.
It dissipates.
Dude, this fucking music.
Yeah. And over Blesk, even over Blesk, the perpetual night is done. And over time, very shortly after, people realize that they're just eating organs at this point. They're eating their fellow people with no benefit from it whatsoever. Before, they could justify it. There's some power they get from it. But at this point, they realize after this storm literally raged across everything and then disappeared, it took magic with it. And the world now is devoid of magic forever.
Welcome to 2021. We don't have magic.
Forever.
And that's why we don't have magic on Earth. Scene. No.
That's the whole fucking reason.
Yeah.
This entire thing was a real life account of something that happened in the past.
You can really go to Poop Island.
And Lake Nefro.
It's called
Lake
America.
Nefro. Yeah.
It's called This is America.
This is America. Poop Island.
It eventually crashed into another larger island and just became Florida. So
God. I have a question though. Like, do people just not flesh things out as much as we did? Do people not roleplay as
No,
much?
the
do
first
do this in one session.
They don't. The first time I played Archipelago, it took 2. It took 2.
Okay.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I will say that playing online makes everything slower, period.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. It's always hard because they tell you don't necessarily do so much with the map, but every time I've ever played it like things just start to tumble eventually. You know what I mean? Like someone gets an inspiration, and it's really hard to be like, okay, stop your inspiration and let's play now. You just kind of go till it goes. So like I would say
it
over
took 2 hours to get through the first round and 40 minutes to get through the second.
Yeah.
Like
it just so we played for a total of what it ended up being like 5 to 6 hours, which for something like this, we literally
at this point.
created a world, all created characters, created destinies, and then met our destinies. I think that's good time for me. I'm happy with that.
I mean, to be fair,
really
I think I created my character a little bit kind of sort of leading up to the session. Like I just had this concept of a conquistadora, and then I found her cause as we were world building.
Yeah.
I had no concept of anything until we started building shit.
Same.
Yeah.
Same.
Other than I wanted a character that died. Because Ian will be the first to tell you I've always wanted a D&D
Every one of
character.
her characters is tragic as fuck.
I want them to die tragically.
They're all tragic.
They're all fucking
I mean, Helios died, what, 3 times?
Yeah.
3 times.
3 times.
I just want to be that character.
One of them was in your backstory.
It dies tragically.
One of the deaths was in your backstory.
So I needed I needed something to rein me in at the beginning. And so that was the world building for me. The world building is what reined me in. But I was nervous as fuck going into this the first time because I need rules. That's what I like. At least that's what I thought. I need rules to give me like a guideline to rein me in.
Especially with something as, I mean, D&D isn't rules heavy, but there's enough.
No, D&D is rules heavy.
It's incredibly rules heavy.
On the spectrum of RPGs, D&D is about 80% of the way to rules heavy.
5e isn't as rules heavy as other editions.
Not 3E is a little bit more rules heavy.
Right.
I would say I described base D&D when it came out in 2014 as a rules medium game, but now it's definitely shifted more towards rules heavy because you have all of this extra stuff that they're just like tossing on top of it. Yeah. Again, it's not it's not it's not a 600-page book right now.
It's not GURPS.
But it's also not like I have a game that's literally like on a business card. It's not even like Necronautilus that we were talking about earlier. Like the entire rule set, like that you need mechanically, fits on like the last 2 pages as just like a breakdown. Like Merkborg fits on 1 page if you just do the rules needed for the game.
But I played Monster of the Week, and I had a really fucking hard time with that.
Right.
Yeah.
So I
it kind of depends. I think there's some
difference between games that are powered by the apocalypse, which Monsters of the Week is powered by the apocalypse.
Yeah.
I think the difference between that and Archipelago is that in powered by the apocalypse games, you're all collectively building a scene. So you don't want to step on anyone else's toes when you just introduce elements to the scene.
Yeah.
But in this game, you are the director. You build your scene, and you get the rest of the players to build it, to help you build it with you.
Yeah.
So I think that's really the difference, is that you don't want to step on people's toes.
Never.
Yeah, like you're a character.
Really my greatest fear.
Like you're a character in the Played by the Apocalypse game, so really like doing things like we do here, like, oh, maybe you do this instead, is like taking away player agency in a more kind of a game that's more designed. Where this, it's literally like, there is no necessarily player agency. Like you have a main character, but we're all creating a group narrative versus creating a narrative for our character that fits in the group. But
no,
so this is most people's.
Oh, go ahead.
No, there's something what?
There's something to be said about knowing the ending ahead of time and having the players respect that ending needs to happen.
Yeah.
And a lot of people would say, like, I know I've been on Melee's fucking channel chats in the past about like spoiler related content, but there's something magical about knowing the story ahead of time and being able to get there.
Well, that's also not, spoilers are not supposed, like the idea of a spoiler implies that it's not intentional. Right. It's not intentional knowledge.
Yeah.
Where this is absolutely, it's completely different. Like this is more like, this is the goal that we're trying to get to with our storytelling.
Yeah, I think the big difference there is that a spoiler typically is not foreshadowed, or it's foreshadowed in a very subtle way, where in this circumstance, we are literally actively working towards our destinies. So knowing them ahead of time isn't a spoiler. It's just kind of understanding the shape of the story ahead of time.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like, and we still had like big surprising moments too.
Right.
Where
absolutely.
Along the way.
And fake cards help that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like just because you know the destination does not mean you know anything about the journey.
I didn't know I was gonna be fucking shipwrecked with half dozen of my crew. Like I had no goddamn clue how I was gonna go from head conquistadora to I'm using magic. Like I had no goddamn clue, even though I knew that that's where I was gonna end up.
Yeah.
No, I thoroughly enjoyed this. Like this is really cool.
Same.
Yeah, I really enjoy narrative focused games like this. Like a game that's kind of like a similar build, but without that kind of like where it goes at the end is Microscope. It's a
more world building.
So it's a setting building game. So I know people that play Microscope in their group before they play a game because they literally build the world that they play in together with it. So it's similar to this. And the difference with Microscope is like time and stuff. So you can create like eras or like epics of a history, or you go all the way down to individual scenes that can change history. So like the conversation between like a king and like an enemy or something like that, and then play out individual scenes across like all the spectrums from like 1,000 years down to individual moments to build a history and to build the world around you. So it's a similar game. Another similar game, and the reason we played this in the first place, and I finally got them in the mail, is we are going to be playing Aurora, which is a game by Adam Vass.
Are we playing Aurora in this world?
No. Aurora has a setting. But the way Aurora works is basically you as a group create an Oracle deck, which Oracle decks are similar to tarot cards, but instead of being specific to like like Judgment or like a Three of Cups or something like that, they can be anything as long as they represent something that you can interpret. So it might be like a ship's wheel when you turn over an Oracle card, and you can interpret someone's like stuff or whatever, like by like how that goes. So it could be a journey or something like that is what a ship's wheel could represent. So in Aurora, you build an oracle deck as a group of people through the mail using zip codes as inspiration. And once the deck's built, we'll all get together and use those oracle decks and the oracle cards to act out scenes kind of similar to this in a world where there is a city that is good versus evil, and we know at the end that good wins because the book says. I mean, but we get to act out how that happens. Yeah, and the story of that. So the reason that I wanted to do Archipelago in the first place was, first of all, to get to play with like Jables and Steph and Ian, because this has been super, super fun. But it's kind of like a little bit of an intro to games like Aurora, so that when we do play, people understand. So, you know, the people that weren't in this can check out this VOD if they want, or we can talk about things, or even run it again with some of the other people that are in the group. We have a lot of people playing. Actually, we have Jesse.
I'm drunk. Leave me alone.
Stephanie.
I love it.
Yeah, Stephanie. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, here we go. They have me, Jesse, L2, Stephanie, Ducky in Hell, and Jedi Mama and Papa Jedi are all playing. And it's a 6-person game, but since some people are
Jedi?
No, I can't. It's Jedi Mama forever. Since some people are couples, in the creation phase they're working together, but in the character phase, because you can have 8 to 9 characters, instead of having secondary characters, everyone will just get a character. It's just the creation process that will be you can shout people out. You just didn't do that ad. Is that what it is?
Nope.
No,
I think it's a mod only.
It's a mod only thing.
Oh, is it really? Oh, interesting.
Yeah, Jesse typed the exact same
Just
thing
make
I
it
did.
I copy pasted it.
So I can finally change the cheese command.
No, cheese forever. Cheese forever.
I don't want any cheese anymore.
So that's what's coming up, and that's kind of the reason, like I said, that we played Archipelago. I really enjoy narrative style games. For anyone that caught us playing 10 Candles this past week for our Halloween stream, similar game, but with like a horror bent. That was really, really, really fun with a slightly different mechanic. But if you do like narrative games like this, like Archipelago, or when we play Aurora, 10 Candles is I would do that every week. It was an incredible game and incredibly, incredibly fun. So check that VOD out.
I was thoroughly convinced 10 Candles wouldn't work online.
Yeah,
it went totally fine.
Yeah, from what I read of it, I did not think it would work online.
Yeah. So
kudos.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Jason did a really great job, like keeping the narrative moving and keeping the story together and like understanding the rules and really getting us there. So yeah, that was a whole lot of fun. But yeah, so that's session 2 of Archipelago. Probably in a couple months by the time the cards get around. Definitely next year. We will play some
on mail.
Yeah. Which, you know, and Canadian mail, I'll tell you, is crossing the border. It's not cheap, even though it's tiny little cards. But most of it's going to be in the States. But it is a lot of art and stuff like that, so it will take time. So we'll play that eventually. But this was super fun. I'm so glad that you guys got to come on and play this. It was really, really. I will never forget Poop Island. You know, I can't, whether I want to or not.
The gay of Jables always leads.
The gay of Jables forever. So definitely make sure you check out Jables.
Oh god.
Yeah. So if you're here and you don't follow Jables, how dare you? Make sure you follow him. Go check out the Gilded Troll. They are awesome people. And they run a lot of great games. So check those out. Let's throw a TGT out there too.
I can't add quote.
Don't plug me.
I can't add quote, but I'm gonna add quotes so a mod can copy it.
I got you. Number 67. We're 2 away. So yeah. So that is the end of Archipelago. Thank you so much for being here. Again, thank you guys for watching. Thank you for being here and playing. A lot of fun. I'm glad we finished this up with the part 2. Definitely nice to see the end of the Destiny. So, yeah. So thank you ever so much. We are gonna head out, and I think we might let's go raid Jedi Mama.
Fuck yeah.
The mother of Jedi.
The mother of Jedi.
The mother.
She's doing her first Lego stream.
Well, then
Oh,
perfect.
fuck yeah. What the fuck did she buy?
She's
What'd
doing
she buy?
the Hogwarts icon set.
Oh,
It's a beautiful set. It's beautiful.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Yeah, I'm one of those people that I'm not a Lego builder at all, but I appreciate seeing other people do it. Like, it's really, really cool, especially with the stuff that you're doing, Jesse, that is like so
No,
like.
I'm not a Lego builder either. It's fine.
Yeah.
I would. Says the guy with like 8 Lego builds behind him.
Yeah, right? Literally, Lego. But yeah, so go check out Jedi Mama. She is
Millennium Falcon.
He's plugging. Shut the fuck up.
I'm plugging. Check out Jedi Mama. You're wonderful. Love you all. I'll see you guys later. Have a wonderful day. Bye everybody. Bye.